So it was me and
It sounded like
Malamar.
you legit farted.
And we were running this scam to sell fake newspapers to the elderly. Do you know how we did that, Tyson?
How did you do it?
Well, we would take the wrappings off of dead fish in various fish markets. We would wipe off the slime and offer it like as products of nostalgia. Do you remember last week, Mr. Henson? Here you go. Um, do you remember when Stacy was running for re-election in the the city council meeting? Like, that was last month. Here you go. So primary issue of that was it turns out that those old folks were suffering from serious mental dilemmas. And after watching a Spirit Box music video, I felt really bad about it. Needless to say, we did make a QVC killing off the newspapers. And I guess one could call that front page news, baby. Taylor, you could say your name, or you could say, hey.
Hi.
So, Taylor, take those fractured, shattered remnants of a rambling story and compile them into something funny that works in a way that I was unable to.
I don't got anything.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pokemon After Darkrai. My name is Bret. I am currently suffering from Spirit Box. And joining me today, as always, nobody cares, Hannah. And then there's Taylor, who created the show. And also joining us is our very, very special friend, Tyson Dang of Tyson Dang fame. Tyson, say hi.
I hate when you say of Tyson Dang fame, but hi.
Tyson, the Tyson of Tyson Dang. Tyson.
Every time.
Tyson, you are a streamer and a musician and an entertainer and an all-around awesome good guy. Is that correct?
Yes and no.
That's what I'm reading on the presser that you sent me to read specifically.
Damn it.
It says here your middle name
supposed
is...
to call me out like that.
Sorry about that. It says here your middle name is Messiah. Is that true?
Yes.
So real quick before we get into it, so you're I would call you a professional streamer. Is that right?
I would say that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Professional.
Yeah, you stream music. You do drum covers where the audience gets to pick like music off of and you just play the drums to it, which first of all is like playing 4D chess. It must be to be able to hear a song that potentially you've never heard before and then play drums to it. Sounds pretty cool. And then
that's pretty fun.
You also play video games like Monster Hunter World.
That's correct. Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
Do some Dark Souls every once in a while and some Phasmophobia.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then you also have a band.
I do.
I've never heard of them personally, but I hear they're called Red Dang Dangle.
Yes, Red-Handed Dang is
Red-Handed Dang.
Tyson Dang and the Denials.
Actually, they're my favorite band, so should be your favorite band too. If you're listening to this and you don't know them, that's insanity. Who are you? And get out. Hannah, what have you been up to?
Not a lot.
See, I'm just
what have you been up to?
I have not hosted a podcast in like 2.5 weeks, so I'm still scraping the rust off like a dirty knife on a sailor's cheek. Beep beep. Taylor, what have you? We haven't seen you in a while, in like a month.
I've been hiding in my apartment, just hanging out, trying not to catch the sick.
My mustache is currently dissolving.
Yeah, it looks like you're melting over there, Bret.
So the costume beard that I'm wearing for Santa.
That's a costume?
Oh, hang on. Oh my gosh, Hannah, we had a t-shirt thing recently.
We did.
I said for 2 months that I'd give a t-shirt to someone for leaving a review for our website. Or wait, no, our podcast. That's what this is. This is a show, not a website. What is happening?
So do you want to finally announce who the winner is?
I feel like I've talked enough for the entirety of the show.
Okay. So I guess the rest of us will take over. So the winner of the t-shirt, and we will mail it out shortly, but it might take a little bit to get there.
It's on its. Hold on, it's on its way to me, as we speak. As of the
You're not the
recording.
winner.
But I'm gonna send it off from me.
I know you didn't have to say that. That's technical jargon that people don't need to know. But anyway, the Wild Junior.
Yay!
What was his comment or her? I
Uh,
don't know. Or
well,
them.
you put
Hey.
me on the spot. Tyson, be entertaining with your entertaining self, real quick, while I pull this up. I'm so
Look at
sorry to put
me.
you on the spot.
Look at me, I'm entertaining.
Look at him
Woo!
on the YouTube version of this show. That's a good segue, Tyson.
Entertainment.
I appreciate that. Tyson, while I'm looking this up, you like Pokemon, right? I brought you on a Pokemon show.
Yes, I do enjoy the Pokemans. They
That
are
is
of
fantastic.
they are of part of my growing up and upbringing, much like raising Pokemon.
Tell me a little bit about that. Like how old were you? Like, do you have any stories? Like, did you catch them all?
I was I'd say I was there when Pokemon came to North America, with the TV shows and the games and the card games as well, all the peripherals that came out. I got Pokemon Blue as my first copy and fell in love with it. I remember when I got to the first gym, the first gym was Brock, I think.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah. So I was playing that game unend, and on an older Game Boy, you can't really turn off the game, and you can't, put it on standby or sleep mode or whatever. And
Oh no, I don't like the way the story is going.
I didn't know that there was a save option. I didn't know that if you hit start, because I don't know how old I am at this time, probably like 7 or 8 or something. And I had to take the Game Boy with me to the bathroom or washroom or however you guys say it.
We say
And
toilet.
you guys say toilet.
No, I say
We
bathroom.
say bathroom.
The potty room,
Room of rest.
the room of rest. I bring a pillow in there sometimes, in the shower.
Sometimes you just gotta take a nap wherever you are when it happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when the train is bigger than the tunnel, sometimes you just need to take a nap exactly where you're at. Don't think about that one too hard.
Now I can't not think about it.
I'm starting my OnlyFans account soon. Y'all check it out. In Germany. Continue. Sorry, Tyson.
Basically, I had to take the Game Boy with me to the bath, wash, the restroom,
That
the
place.
shower room, the room of cleansing, and
Ooh, I like that.
and I had to leave it on while I was doing my shower. Came out of the shower and the battery died, so I had to restart the game all the way from the beginning. I spent so much time raising my little Pidgey, and it wasn't going to do well anyways because it's a rock versus flying. But
Oh
I
no,
didn't
but
know
that's
that as a
still
kid.
so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Your digital monsters were euthanized before their time.
Professor Oak had to ask me once again what my gender was, and I was like, ugh. And it was all weird.
Like, bro, come on, get with the times.
What was your name?
It's a rude question to ask.
You're my
anybody.
grandkid, right? What was your name?
They need to just like ask for your pronouns and call it a day, and that's it.
Yeah. Maybe future Pokemon games will start doing that. I don't know.
Maybe. So the Wild Junior said about the subject, great podcast, body. He said I had a great body. Most Pokemon podcasts are PG rated, and they're great. But After Darkrai is terrible and R-rated. No, he said, but After Darkrai is a breath of fresh air. The hosts are entertaining, and the podcast is littered with not safe for work jokes. I would recommend it to any adult Pokemon fan. I don't know what he's talking about. I truly don't. We are very
We're not safe for work.
We are very kid friendly. Go back to that episode where we talked about
Depends where you
mankind
work.
and the various love caves that Hannah's obsessed with. So check that show out. Just kidding. Don't. I got in so much trouble for that, for Hannah's filthy mouth. Or check out the previous
Sorry.
episode where stepsister was stuck in the dryer. Woo! Moving on. Hannah,
what are you doing?
Hannah, in the last episode, we had planned a whole thing, and then you said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out," and unplugged your computer. You promised the
Bad.
people a thing. Is there a thing that we can do with your thing?
Did I promise? Did I promise a thing?
Pretty sure.
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know what even made me think of this. Maybe we were talking about it or something. But so I looked on Amazon and I found Pokemon Mad Libs. Like,
fantastic.
and most of actually probably all these, we can make them horribly, horribly inappropriate, because that's what the fans want.
Okay, so I'm just assuming you're gonna make me, Taylor, and Tyson pick various words, and then you're gonna
Yes,
read our monstrosity.
Taylor's probably, sorry, Tyson, I'm not. Taylor's probably the smartest one here.
Oh shit, she's coming through. Ooh.
So,
I'll take
Tyson-
your word for it.
Tyson works from home though, so I mean, even before the pandemic. So who's the smartest one, really?
Taylor's like a
That's true.
scientist.
Taylor is also a research scientist. So I mean, if she really wanted to flex that on us, she could.
Yeah, she's
So-
already won by default.
I remember most of my English lit classes, so I'm glad I'm the one giving these out though, because I'd mess it up. But so we want to play some Mad Libs.
Lay it on us, big britches.
Okay. Tyson, you can go first.
All
I
right.
need to find a cool pen first so to write these down with. All right. I need a verb.
Stroking.
Oh, Tyson gets this show. He truly does.
All right, Taylor, an adjective.
Quickly.
Oh, this
No,
is already so
Or
bad.
fast. I don't know. Something like that.
So
I think I like
said
quickly.
Tyson said stroking, and the first thing you thought of was quickly.
Quick.
All right, Bret.
fast.
I need a place.
Hannah's bedroom.
Why?
Oh, God.
Ooh.
I'm trying to get
Not-
beaten up by your
Not
husband.
off to a good start.
I am trying to get your husband to kick my ass.
Okay. Tyson, I need a verb ending in ing.
Oh no.
Panting.
This show is so horny.
All right, Taylor, I need a verb.
Like rocking, to rock.
Okay.
Tyson,
Trying
you're
to bring
good
it
at
back
that.
to the wholesome territory.
Please
Brett,
give me
I
one.
need a plural noun.
Orphans.
What?
Rocking them orphans.
I really had to think for a second.
All right. So the next one is a celebrity, so we could just use Tyson.
Oh, Tyson.
Ooh, that is-
There you
That is wildly inaccurate.
That's not
I'll-
true.
That
I'll
was
allow it.
flexing.
That's not true.
All right, Tyson, I need an adjective.
An adjective. Filthy.
Oh gosh.
All right, Taylor, a noun.
Chicken.
Oh no, a filthy chicken.
There's a stuffed chicken dog toy on the ground.
No.
That's where I went.
Okay, Brett, I need an occupation.
An occupation?
Yeah, like a job. Did he just blue screen?
He might have.
Podcast host.
Nope. He was just thinking real hard.
I
You
was
said
thinking very well. Okay, so first I was trying to think of what's the name of the job of a person who takes care of an orphanage, but then I couldn't think of it.
What?
A parent.
Fair.
Apparently.
All right, Tyson, I need an adjective.
God, how many of these are there?
Man, there's
A
just
lot of
two more.
words.
Just
Two
two
more
more?
blanks.
Okay, all right.
An adjective. e- Expressive. Is that an adjective?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
I think it'll work. All right, Taylor, a noun.
Pokemon.
Is that a noun?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess. Okay.
Okay, now I gotta say this without like laughing.
Can I get one more word that just goes at the end, at the very end?
Why? Because you always
Booyah.
have to have the last word.
Exactly.
It should be at the not the last word, but the word before the final punctuation.
I was gonna say like a comma, and my name was Hannah.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Oh my god.
I can't wait for this. This is gonna be great.
So I had to make a change to the first, not word, but it had an ing at the end. It doesn't sound right with it.
Oops.
It's okay.
So stroke.
It was
Okay.
stroke.
So you want to stroke Pokemon, huh? Well, it's not as quickly as it seems. First off, you'll need to find them. You can catch Pokemon in the wild or in Hannah's bedroom. Once you have a Charizard or Blastoise, you'll need to gain its trust. That's not always easy. You can try feeding it or panting it, but the best way to gain a Pokemon's trust is to rock with it.
Okay.
Once you and your Pokemon are best orphans, start training. You can do this with a friend or even with Tyson. A filthy gym nearby. At a filthy gym nearby, sorry. Think of it like training a chicken. Only when you've gained, sorry, God, I'm so dyslexic. Only when you train enough should you challenge another podcast host for real. After all that work, it would be expressive for someone to come along and take your Pokemon away.
And
I don't remember what I was supposed
And
to say.
also, my name is Hannah.
My name is Hannah.
Oh. And also, my name is Hannah.
Wow, I can't believe
Yay.
that actually worked, because kids are basically orphaned when like their parents throw them out when they're 10 years old. That's
Probably what your mom should have done to you. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. I definitely demand that we go filthier next time we do one of these.
Okay.
Only curse
That's
words only
pretty
next
good,
time.
Oh.
Tyson, surprise question. What's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon is Lickitung.
Lickitung. Oh, that makes sense.
Lickitung.
That makes sense, because when I said,
Yeah.
Tyson, I'm getting a Pokemon tattoo of Red Handed Denial, who would you like to be? And you picked Lickitung.
Yeah.
And
There
now,
you go.
And now I have you tattooed on my chest as a Licky. Well, Lickitung, not Licky, sorry.
Which I think it looks so good, and I want to find a way to like get that isolated because it looks so cool.
I have it isolated.
Like
I can
a
send
ton
it.
of drugs.
I'll send it to you later. I will send it to you.
Oh.
I will send you the source
Oh.
later. We'll talk after this.
Yeah.
So there's so much news. Oh my God, there's a Nidoran event since last that we recorded. Did anybody catch any shiny Nidorans? I count 2.
I caught one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would hope you'd say something instead of just like raising your pen. You there in the back of the
I
class.
was letting you know
You
that I
there.
was
Go
going to say
ahead.
something.
Thank you for raising your hand before you speak. They had the Lake Guardians came back into raids for a little while. Did anybody manage to get an Uxie or a Mesprit?
Oh man, those are available now.
Well, you can remote in. So if you have a friend in another country, they can invite you.
Oh.
Was not able to get a Mesprit, but I did get an Uxie. So that was good.
Fancy.
No, not an Uxie. The other way around. I got a Mesprit, not an Uxie. Sorry, I don't know anybody in the Asian territories. If you listen to the show in Asia, holler at me for next time. New Pokemon in the wild. Hannah, I owe you a huge apology because in the last episode you said, are the new Pokemon out? And I laughed at you and said, of course not, silly, because when we recorded it, of course they weren't. But when it came out, of course they were. So yes, Hannah, the new Pokemon have come out from the Kalos region, Gen 6, I think. Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome. You didn't remember anyway.
No.
Espers went into raids, which evolve into Meowstic, which is my favorite Pokemon of all time. And I've already got one. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Level 50 is out. Sad Piranha. However, it was satisfying as hell to get like 1,000 new medals as soon as it came out. That was pretty awesome.
Actually, it was kind of annoying because
Really? I liked it.
I was in the middle of trying to catch a bunch of Pokemon, and I had all these medals keep popping up, and I couldn't do what I was trying to do, and it was a waste of my time.
Hannah, I would give you a medal for best co-host.
I would give you a medal to stop touching your mouth.
I have hair all like from this fake beard. It's like sticking. Like I feel it even when it's not there. I apologize. I'm sorry for touching my face. Don't touch your face, especially in public. You'll get the stuff. So
The sick.
Also, Lament, you have to catch even more Pikachus for that medal, and even more big Caterpie, or not fuck me, big Magikarps.
Magikarps.
Even more big rats. Like, woo, fantastic.
It's actually tiny rats.
Sorry, excuse me,
Not
tiny
big
rats. Tiny mice. Woohoo! Humping in the walls. Kadabra cards in the card game are allowed to be printed again. Uri Geller, who's somehow still alive, finally said, hey, you can print the card again. I won't sue you this time. So we've covered this before,
the
Hannah.
magician guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the psychic. So like Kadabra is based off of Uri Geller, the guy that could bend spoons. And he saw, I guess, a Pokemon card and sued the Pokemon company over it because they did not consult him. Even Kadabra's name in Japanese is Uri Geller in Japanese. So finally he's like, oh, I'm not going to, there had jokes on him. They're like, we're not going to pay you to use your likeness anymore. We just won't make Kadabra cards ever again. And they haven't. But now he's saying that, oh, you can, but he's also like kind of jumping on board for it. Like, oh, he's using words like my Pokemon and things like that. Like he's proud of it now, as though he wasn't trying to get a check from Nintendo for like 20 years, but whatever. Moving on. Jesse and James are returning to Pokemon Go after like 60 days of not being in it for the Christmas event.
It's been longer than that.
120 days for the Christmas event.
Hannah misses them.
I do.
I do too.
Dude, you could get, because you could totally get two components at the same time, basically.
Yeah, she's right. And you also get a shot at Shiny, Shadow, Coughing, and Ekans, which I never did.
Yes.
But it's nice to see them again. There's a whole lot of things for this Christmas event, and Hannah's going to tell us in approximately 5 minutes what all the stuff is that are in that event. But I do know that Rufflets will be in raids for the first time, so you don't have to worry about getting those from the Battle League or trying to get lucky from a 10K egg. Speaking of eggs, though, Hannah did recently run a After Darkrai certified scientific endeavor where she got 9 12K strange eggs and hatched them all at the exact same time. And Hannah, your results?
They sucked. So hold on. I'd have the screenshot somewhere. Why don't you tell me this stuff? Like,
Did they suck because they weren't the ones that you wanted, or they were just duplicates?
Yeah. So a lot of them were duplicates. So I got 4 Trubbish, 2 Absols, 1 Larvitar, 1 Poniard, and 1 Volibee. So
Tyson, yeah. I know you probably.
Ahead.
Sorry.
You're
Go ahead.
fine.
Hannah, I thought you were done.
Well, I was just going to say, like, Trubbish used to be in 5K eggs,
yeah.
And then he used to be in the wild. So why is he in a 12K egg?
So for context, like there's like 1 super rare in the 12K, that's Sandile. Then then they put in 2 new Pokemons for them that are somewhat uncommon, and that's Volibee and
Poniard.
That one.
Poniard.
Poniard. And then
Poniard.
And then the rest are somewhat rarer Pokemon that have existed before, and then there's a couple that are just straight, the most common ones that are just trash, because it's basically a loot box is what it is. And so, yeah, everything that Hannah described was, in fact, very sad. Sorry, Hannah.
I actually do have a Sandadial.
You just wanted to flex that. A Sandadial?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
caught-
cool. I love
I
a
hatched one, like-
Sandadial.
You know what I'm talking about.
Nope.
It's almost as cool as a sundial.
Hey, Taylor with the joke in there. I appreciate that. Feel free to pop in anytime.
I'm only here for the lame jokes. I'm sorry.
Your lame jokes are better than my normal jokes.
Yeah, that's totally true.
How dare you, Hannah?
Imagine what her non-lame jokes are.
Don't
They,
agree
like,
with me. Surprise
mind-blowing.
question, Tyson. What Pokemon could you beat in a fist fight? A fight to the death, I would say.
Oh man! So when you asked that question, I was still thinking about the Pokemon Mad Libs, and like the first word was stroking. So when you said that, I was like, "Whoa!"
Which one can I stroke? Man, I want this Barboach. There's so many terrible things you could do with a Barboach as a prop.
If there's a Pokemon that I was engaged with a fist fight with, and I could beat up,
Yeah.
We
We know how fierce you
Which-
are. I've seen you beat dragons before.
I've fun fact, I've actually never been in a fist fight ever in my entire life.
Oh.
So I have no idea what it's like to punch a person. But to punch a Pokemon, I don't know. Maybe Psyduck. Maybe I'll just whoop its ass.
Oh, this is the question where you go, oh,
Oh.
poor answer. Oh, that poor
I mean, we'll be
duck.
on the same level. Who knows?
That duck won't even know it's
Psyduck
happening.
might actually, yeah.
After you punch it, it'll just go,
It'll
Psyduck,
just
sigh. Why is my
throw
face
me with-
sore? He just won't remember. He'll think he
That's
ran.
true.
And then you'll just be like, Psyduck, you got to be careful. You keep running into that door. Oh, that's not nice.
It'll just be pented up anger until it turns to a Golduck and then comes after me.
Oh, yeah. Then it'll remember all the abuse that you delivered upon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hannah, do you got the Christmas event pulled up yet?
Was I supposed to do that?
Shit. So there's a Kanto tour event in February for $12.99 American or $11.99 American rather. You can purchase a ticket for the fourth or fifth Pokemon Go anniversary celebration, and it's also the Pokemon 25th anniversary celebration. During this event, all 151 original Pokemon will be shining, including Mew for the first time ever. And of course, you could always transfer it to home and then in the Sword and Shield and all that fun stuff. And then you'll be presented with a choice after you purchase a ticket as it gets closer to the event, green version or red version. Whichever one you pick determines which Pokemon are more likely to be shiny and which ones are more likely to show up from an incense. Hannah, which one are you going to pick? I know you already bought the ticket.
What did I say? I don't remember. I think the green.
Green? What are you going for
Did I say
specifically?
green? Just the shinies, really.
Well, yeah, but there's different ones for different ones. Like I literally just said like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't listening.
That's the curse of this show. I'm so good that
so-
nobody hears me.
Dang. There's so many text. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going with the green just because there's more chances to catch shiny Pokemon that I don't have.
Right.
I have
which-
7 shinies. I have 7 shinies out of the red and 2 out of the green. Which what?
I mean, math says that's the smart money. I need to do that math myself, but like out of the green, Tangela and Horsey are pretty dope. Hitmonchan, Psyduck. Don't have those.
Psyduck.
Would love those. Poor punched in the face Psyduck. On the red side, you got Oddish, Kabuto, Lickitung, Krabby, Shelder, Hitmonlee. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. I might be leaning red, actually. Now that I say it out loud, I might be leaning red.
I mean, there's several in red that I want. Like, I want Sheldor, Shiny, Drowsy, Lickitung. I wouldn't mind and a Ponyta. I've been trying to catch one of those, but
Well, I mean, I have a Ponyta, but I mean, I would definitely take more than one. And same thing for Eevee. Like, I'll take all the shiny Eevees because she's got so many evolutions.
yeah.
Oh, she's on both tickets, so no matter what, you'll have a shot at Eevee. So
Right.
scratch that. Taylor, which one are you gonna get?
I'll do Eeny, Miny, Mo.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Tyson, I know you probably don't even play Pokemon Go, do you?
You are correct.
I do it. He's the cool one. That's
No,
okay.
it was always it was a battery killer for me, so that's why I never played it. And I think I was always around enough people that did play it that I just kind of lived vicariously through them.
Osmosis, absolutely. Well, that's totally fine. We're not strictly a Pokemon Go show. We're just a Pokemon show that occasionally covers like the news and stuff like that. But we do play Pokemon Go. Hannah's the filthy casual out of the group.
Well, I mean, Pokemon Go is like one of their like biggest now. It's bigger than Sword and Shield. It's bigger than anything that's like
Yeah, they
the
make
biggest,
lots
most
of money.
successful thing to date, I think, isn't it?
They got I mean, I don't have the numbers, but they make probably millions a day. I'm certain they still do.
Oh yes.
What is the English language? Nobody knows. How does anybody else choose? Okay, hang on. Before we continue, Spotify Wrapped came out. Thank you so much for listening to this show. It was honestly, I was going to say, how does anybody listen to this show? And then it reminded me of the Spotify Wrapped stats. Insane. The fact that anybody likes this show and the fact that like people that are amazing like Tyson agreed to be on this show. It still blows my brains out the backside of my head. Hannah?
Yeah. You want the Christmas thing?
No, I was gonna say just thoughts. Like, did you want to expound on people that listen to our
Yeah,
show?
I almost like feel like you photoshopped that. I don't know.
I did not. I did not.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We have a lot of overseas listeners, and guess some people are trying to find some things to do during this crazy COVID situation.
Wow,
So.
you couldn't just like accept that maybe we're good at what we do.
Well, maybe because of this, it's allowed people a chance to hear something in their ear receptacles that they may not have listened to before.
I want to bring up this specifically because we have a certified Canadian amongst us. Don't hit the emergency button. Don't hit the emergency button. We don't need to eject them. But our show grew 500% in Canada. 500% growth is a lot.
It went from 1 to 5.
Yeah, 5 people listen to our show in Canada. And
well, that's probably because we're not the typical Americans that like.
I imagine some of that is probably me being in like Tyson's Discord, the Dang Gang, and a lot of people from there from Canada. The same thing.
No, not at all, actually.
Well, I'm certain there's people from Canada in there, right?
I mean, at a quick glance, there's like 3 or 4 people out of the entire, like, yeah.
I know for sure there's some in Lauren's Discord, Lauren Babbick's Discord, the LB fan.
Yeah. I think there's people more in there.
Yeah. So I was assuming Canada was from something to do with me shilling my snake poison as medicine in those forums. Fuck me. Hello 2007 and Pro Boards Discord.
I mean, they essentially are forums.
Yeah, they're the new Pro Boards. But also we had 200% growth in Ireland. Whoever you are in Ireland, I love you. I don't know who you are. I don't know who's in Ireland. I don't know anybody in Ireland. And if I do know you and I just forgot that you're from Ireland, I apologize. But thanks for listening to the show. I'm amazed that you can even understand.
We have several Germans too.
There are people in Germany. Yeah, it's freaking crazy.
Okay, those are my people. Like
14 countries is what we got.
That's amazing. Congratulations to you guys.
Thanks. I mean, we're not pulling red-handed denial numbers, of course, but we're also not a good source of entertainment like they are.
I don't even know how we get our numbers. So
like red-handed denial is the legitimate entertainment that you go to YouTube to watch, and we're like the lazy react channel that's just reacting to somebody else's hard work. Like, yeah, that was cool. Subscribe to my channel now.
Some podcasts are really cool because it's all about like it's good times and good vibes, and that's the people that listen to those. You know, like an RHG song would last 4 to 5 minutes, whereas an episode of a podcast could last 30 to an hour. And if someone's stick around for the entirety of that, I think that's more meaningful than one song.
Tyson, you're too kind. I just naturally assume that as soon as I start talking, people like go into a coma that and then just leave their podcast player on by accident. That's what I think is happening personally.
They've passed out. They're laying on the ground.
Yeah, there's foam coming out of their mouths.
It's not about the method of getting the numbers. It's about the numbers that show up at the end. So
yeah, thank you so much for your patronage, people that are asleep. No doubt right now. If I can incept something in your brain, is tell a friend. Hannah, do you have the Xmas event pulled up? We need to hear your beautiful voice. And you can hear more of this beautiful voice on Hannah's OnlyFans.com/hannahsbananasfeet.com org.
I do need some extra Christmas money. So.
I mean, you get it.
Oh, dude. Okay, no, I got to tell you this. So I took Dozer out for a run. I found a fucking $20 bill out on my run. I literally got paid.
You found my $20?
Today.
That's amazing. I totally lost it. Fell
I'm
out of
sorry.
the car.
Finders keepers.
Finders keepers. Yes, thank you, Taylor.
Wow, that's rude. Continue, Hannah.
Okay.
I cede the floor to you. I'll stop talking.
Okay, so
Right now. For approximately the time it takes for you to finish what you need to say. I'm stopping.
done?
Yes. I'm done.
Okay, so
Tyson,
starting on
random
just a bit-
question time, buddy. You're on a desert island.
And Bret is eaten by sharks.
Bret is eaten by sharks, but you're on the desert island. And you have one Pokemon. You can pick one Pokemon to be on that desert island for you. Whatever you choose to do with that Pokemon is your own business. You know, don't ask, don't tell, behind closed doors, all that thing. I mean, help you get off the island. I don't know what your method of reasoning is, but what would that Pokemon be, Tyson?
might be that $20 bill that Hannah found.
I know how you can earn it. Visit Tyson's OnlyFans page.com//TysonDangsFeet.com.org.
Well, we know what Bret's been doing when he's not podcasting.
Hey, there's a reason I got no money. Just kidding.
All of it went into starting up the OnlyFans.
I never had money. That's the answer. This is the true reason. Sorry, Tyson. Go ahead. Desert Island Pokemon.
Desert Island Pokemon. Something, you know what? If it was, I'd make, what's that one Pokemon? Munna?
Musharna?
Is that I think that's the evolved one, right? It's the one that's like
Probably.
all about the dreams.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. I'm bringing it up right now. Yes, Munna.
Forget all.
Munna or Munna?
Forget all the hardships of being stranded there.
And it does evolve into Musharna.
Maybe I'll grab one of those Pokemon that like grants all of your wishes or something like that. Is there a Pokemon that does that?
There's some genies, but I don't think they grant wishes. I think they're just assholes. That look like genies.
Is it Jirachi?
Jirachi might grant wishes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Jirachi also like give you nightmares or something like that? Wait,
No,
which one's Jirachi?
that is Darkrai.
Oh, Jirachi's Jirachi is the
shooting star.
Which Pokemon? The shooting star Pokemon, yeah.
I actually knew something.
During the short periods when it is awake, Jirachi is said to grant wishes. However, in the anime, Jirachi cannot create an object that is desired from a wish. Instead, it teleports the desired object to the person that made the wish. So essentially, yeah. So Jirachi, final answer, huh?
Jirachi, let's go.
It also looks like Jirachi is a living plush doll that you could like sleep on if you needed a pillow, like on a. I would probably do something stupid like wish for like a campfire, thinking that I have 3 wishes and then not being able to use them to escape afterwards.
I'd wish for a second Jirachi.
Oh, I wish for 2 more Jirachis.
Yeah.
Then you can use a wish Then you wish for more Jirachis with the other one. Oh.
It's like a Mr. Meeseeks complex. But at the same time, the Jirachi just won't be alone.
That's the thing the genie never said. He said you can't wish for more wishes. That's one of the rules. But he didn't say you couldn't wish for more genies.
There you go.
Ah,
True.
Oh.
We just found a loophole.
We
did.
did.
Good job, Tyson. Wonderful. Hannah, do you have something? Finally, I've been waiting for you forever to talk about this December event.
Okay, so
I'm
starting
going
on
to let
December.
you talk now.
God. Okay, December 20th. That's a Friday. Thanks. And 5 days till Christmas.
That is this week when this show comes out. Because
Actually,
forget this show comes out on Tuesday.
No, you got to be kidding me.
Nope.
No, because Christmas is on Friday. This
Nope.
is not. This is for last year.
Christmas is on Friday, though, this year.
It
He's
is,
right.
but it was
She's-
saying December 20th was on Friday, but
That is incorrect, madam.
I'm looking. Where's the 2020 stuff?
How did you
Here,
get?
maybe I
how
should
did-
type in 2020.
Did you not like 2020 so much that you just decided to use 2019's calendar?
Maybe. I mean, it has been really stressful. Uh,
I can turn back time.
If I could find a way.
Oh, man.
Keep it going, Taylor. Audio medium.
Brett, I have no idea where this shit is. Do you have any info on this, or are you just gonna let me suffer? Like, why can't I find this? Are you okay? Do I need to call a doctor?
Follow us on YouTube to see what was happening. So the event starts on
okay, no,
Friday,
wait,
December
wait,
20th,
wait,
2019.
Wait, I literally just
Continue.
found something. And it says, with this event, usually comes with bonuses and buffs. Like, okay.
You don't have the
Like, that
deets?
tells me so much.
This is an
That's all
event
it
for
says.
2020 specifically, right?
This is
Double
mi-
catch XP until the end of December. It says for previous holiday events, scroll down to read.
We're excited to announce that the latest Pokemon film, Pokemon the Movie, Secrets of the Jungle, is coming soon. In celebration of its release beginning on Monday, December 14th, Jesse and James will be returning to Pokemon Go, and you'll be able to encounter Shiny Celebi by completing limited time special research. You can also look forward to lots of other in-game content inspired by the movie, such as starting at 8 a.m. local time, December 14th. Limited time special research for Shiny Celebi. Jesse and James will be returning in their Meowth balloon for a limited amount of time. Stay tuned for updates on when Jesse and James will be leaving. Be sure to check out the avatar items inspired by Jesse and James outfits from Pokemon the Movie, Secrets of the Jungle. From December 14th, 8 a.m. to Monday, December 21st, 2020 at 10 p.m. Explorer Pikachu will be appearing in the wild and in raids. If you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny Explorer Pikachu. No idea what that is, assuming it's another dumb Pikachu in a hat. If you take a snapshot during this time, you might see Jesse and James. They might photobomb you, or maybe they want you for a unicorn situation. I don't know. No judgments here. I mean, shit, they're kind of hot. Why not? During the Pokemon Spotlight Hour, Tuesday, December 15th, 2020, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., Explorer Pikachu will be appearing more frequently in the wild, and you'll receive twice the candy for catching Pokemon. Continuing on from December 14th through 17th, Hoot Hoot, Nuzleaf, Drillbur, Cottony, Dwebble, and more will be appearing more frequently in the wild. If lucky, you might encounter a Durant, Lickitung, Mawile, Flygon, Rufflet, and more will be appearing in raid battles. Igglybuff, Smoochum, Elekid, Magby, Bonsly, and Rufflet will be hatching from 5k eggs. And if you're lucky, you might even find a shiny Rufflet while going 100 miles an hour past that stoplight at speedy. Jesse and James Meowth Balloon will be appearing more frequently on December 25th. That's Christmas. That was Liar Liar, the movie I just referenced a second ago that Hannah shook her head at. And there you go. So for Christmas, you get lots of Jesse and James balloons. So you can ignore your family the proper way. Or if you're not seeing your family because you're quarantining, you're never alone when Jesse and James are in your bedroom with you. Hannah,
Yes.
what do you think of that? Anybody? Feel free to hop in here.
I would love to have Jesse and James in my bag.
Oh, I won't tell Jane. I'm not going to tell Jane you said that.
She'll be part of it.
And then again, I don't know what she's into. slash OnlyFans.
She said Jesse and James.
Jesse and James OnlyFan. Hey, there's an idea. Jesse and James OnlyFans. Huh? Like
Ooh,
the performers dress as Jesse and James.
something to look into. Let's get into that.
Maybe make some money. And then you could bring in Misty occasionally.
And Brock
Well, yeah.
and
Okay.
Cynthia.
As long as it's not Ash. No Ash. No Ash.
No Ash, please.
No Ash. We're done with
But
Ash.
Pikachu, sure.
Unless he's like in the corner, like crying and jacking off or something. Just crying.
Isn't he still 10 years old?
Well, they're all
He
like
hasn't
10
aged.
years old
No,
if
has
you
he?
want to be technical, except for Jesse and James. Oh, we can get what's the nurse's name? Nurse Joy,
Joy,
Officer Jenny.
Officer Jenny.
Hannah, which one are you? Whichever one's stuck in the dryer.
I'm not in this conversation.
Oh, stepbrother, I'm stuck in the dryer.
Stepbrother. I don't know how to
This
make
isn't-
pasta.
This probably isn't the content Tyson wants to be associated with. This is bad for his brand.
I need to
Man,
remain
Well-
wholesome.
Okay, so I keep quoting. That's from Ryan
not
the
happening.
Leader on YouTube. That's
Uh-huh.
like the funniest video ever. So, just so he doesn't sue us or something.
oh my gosh, Hannah, do you know what?
What?
We have to spin a Pokemon.
We do.
We do, because time is a construct that is slipping through my fingers as we talk, right, Taylor?
Yes,
Yeah.
I guess so.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Who's it gonna be?
Bum, 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 bum.
It was so nice I had to do it twice, apparently. Where is that sound? Where does that sound come from?
Probably your asshole.
Oh, surprise.
That's why
Who's
it's
a-
all muffled.
Who gets to go into my asshole today? Let's see.
Find out on tonight's episode of OnlyFans.
Oh man. Number 643. Taylor, or actually Tyson, what number? Who is that?
643.
That's right.
Take
Take a guess.
Let me
Just
take a look.
yes. Pikachu? No.
Oh, you mentioned it earlier, didn't you? Reggie.
One of the
revealing
Reggies.
my secrets of the pre-production meeting, Tyson. Yes, the
I don't
show,
want you to
the
record.
Pokemon is totally random, and in no way is it curated.
Yes.
Right, Tyson? It was totally random.
Yes, it was totally random. You did not mention a certain thing that had a name attached to it. The Pokemon is, in fact, a Ash.
Tyson, surprise question now. If you're starving on a desert island and you have to eat
Ash.
a Pokemon, which
Ash.
Pokemon do you choose? You choose to eat Ash?
Magikarp.
Magikarp, delicious fish
I
Pokemon.
thought that's who you were gonna fist fight, honestly.
The Magikarp?
Yeah.
I would lose.
Believe it or not, we had Lauren Babick on our show, and she said she'd fist fight a Magikarp, if I'm not mistaken. Was that right, Hannah? I think she said Magikarp, like she'd punch that dumb fish right in between its eyes.
All right.
That's the mouth.
I don't remember. I know I said something about Magikarp because
And beer go up my
pretty
nose.
Sure, ew. Because I said that I would punt a Magikarp, but they're really heavy, so you'd probably break your foot punting it.
It's Reshiram. Reshiram number 643. It is not known to evolve into anything else. It is the game mascot for Pokemon Black. It appears on the box art. Along with Zekrom and Kyurem, it is a member of the Taio trio, which exists in the Legends of the Unova region. Reshiram fuses with Kyurem using the DNA splicers to become White Kyurem. It is a big, fluffy, white fox dragon thing with a big old fiery turban butt. In the games prior to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, its catch rate was at 45. This is likely due to Reshiram being required capture during the storyline of Pokemon Black and White. When it was first revealed simultaneously alongside Zekrom on both the official English and Japanese websites on May 28th, 2010, this makes them the first two Pokemon simultaneously revealed worldwide. That can't be true. That's a weird fact if that's true. We've never revealed 2 Pokemon at the same time before. Reshiram, as well as Zekrom, made an appearance alongside Pikachu and a Pokeball in 2010's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It appears in Pokemon Battle Chess alongside Zekrom. The player must lose a specific number of pieces to use it, and it takes 4 spaces on the board. Reshiram and its counterpart Zekrom are based on the concept of yin and yang in Taoism, directly referenced by Reshiram's Japanese species, the White Yang Pokemon. According to Ken Sugimori, Reshiram has a light, airy, feminine design to contrast Zekrom's tough and masculine design. While the white design matches Reshiram's Yang species name, Yang being characterized by light, its feminine design contrasts with Yang being characterized as masculine. In both versions of the 14th movie, however, Reshiram speaks with a distinctly male voice. Reshiram's tail, the center point of its design, is based on an electric turbine. Additionally, Reshiram has a more feathery natural appearance, contrasting with Zekrom's industrial appearance. Appearance-wise, it resembles a wyvern, with characteristics of other animals such as birds, pterosaurs, and canines. Crest on its head and its feathers resemble smoke trails. There's so much of this shit. Blah, blah, blah. There is some resemblance to Zoroastrian beliefs of 2 equally powerful deities, one representing light and truth and the other representing lies and darkness. In this case, Reshiram can resemble, not saying that word for fear of offending people, due to its light and winged appearance and the fact that it's sided with truth, but also the fact that Reshiram is a fire-type Pokemon and that person was associated with fire. Hannah.
Yes.
Yes, this is a deity. I'm going to ruin this name. Ahura Mazda. Oh no, why is Mazda in the name?
I was just looking, like they legit were in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I thought you were joking, but yeah, they were afloat.
If that was a
It's
joke,
kinda
that was an
funny.
amazing thing that I wrote that I spent no time on and just blasted through.
I know, it's just weird. Like I haven't watched the
Yeah,
Macy's
it would be
parade
weird that I wrote a
in
good joke.
years.
That's for sure.
I'm just saying that it's, I don't know. You think of the Macy's Day Parade like Snoopy or like a big old turkey flying in the air. You don't think Pokemon.
A big old turkey.
Pokemon has been in the I mean, I'd have to research, but they've been in the Macy's Day Parade for years upon years now. By now, Pikachu always makes an appearance.
Pikachu's, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never watched the Macy's Day Parade ever.
No one ever has. It's just on TV for some reason.
I've
I'm
never seen it
Canadian.
in like live ever. I've seen it on the news. when
Here's a
they're
business
talking about it.
idea to the
It- that's
council
it.
of the Macy's Days Parade to sell the streaming rights, the streaming rights, right? Like it seems like a no-brainer at this point. Sell it to Peacock.
Well,
they need something to air.
Like I just remember Thanksgiving, we would I think my grandma always had it on the TV. It'd always be in the background. It's not one of those things you just sit down and watch. You're like stuffing your face with like hors d'oeuvres and
big old turkeys.
big old turkey.
Big old turkeys. Oh,
Big old turkeys.
like me a good Reshiram cooked with a Zekrom stuffed inside of it, like a big old turdunkasham. That's what we call the Reshiram in my household. And then I pump it full of gravy, if you know what I mean. Hannah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Mhm.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Oh yeah.
Stop
I got
talking like
I
that.
got this nice new fancy microphone courtesy of one Caliente, and she said I could speak into it real sultry like and real country southern like I smothered you like a biscuit with my gravy, baby, with your butter.
Oh yeah.
I feel really dirty right now.
Well,
I need to go shower. That was
That sounds like Thanksgiving.
That's what it sounds like when I'm finished, baby. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's acting time on a show. They can't sue you if you sing over it, because then you can say it's just
they can't stew you.
Yeah, like they're
They're
like
gonna turn you into
he
stew.
stole our music. No, I didn't. I parodied it. You heard me sing over it. It's not yours. I did all the instrumentation myself.
With your butt.
Thank you, Miss Aguilera, for coming into me in the moment. Your spirit.
Fur,
Appreciate it.
fur coming into me.
So, guys, it's Christmas Eve and Santa needs help delivering gifts, but the fog is too dense and he just can't do it. There's too many houses and too many very good little boys and girls. And he needs a hand. What are you looking, Taylor? What's on your mind? What's that? What was that look? Audio medium.
You had to change your tone for that one specific.
I don't know what you're talking about. Macy's Day Parade is the name of the song. Yeah, so top 3 Pokemon to help Santa deliver gifts, and we're gonna rapid fire these because there's so many people in this damn podcast who like to talk into microphones and contribute, Taylor. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Tyson, you're our esteemed guest other than Taylor, who is also esteemed, but since Taylor's been on this show before, she's old news. Nobody, she's gorgeous, she's pretty, she's a wonderful human being, but she's old news at this point. Tyson, you're the one that just popped up on our app that we swiped up on. You're the new meat. You're the one that we want.
Whoa. Yes, my algorithm works.
Yeah, that's right. Like you're the one that we got to, like, hey, little mama at the end of the bar, how you doing? Let me buy you a drink.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let you go first. If you could pick a Pokemon to help Santa deliver gifts or help him in some other way, Christmas Eve, who would it be? And with the first pick in that draft, it helps when I press correct buttons. Go ahead, Tyson.
I'm gonna grab a Ditto because then we can have multiple Santas entering multiple houses and making all the kids happy simultaneously in the same hour.
That's solid.
But also, if the kid does, okay, so Ditto does not have Santa's powers, however, like he doesn't know when they're sleeping or when they're awake. Ditto would also be just a Santa with 2 little beady eyes and just be terrifying. Santa, is that you? And then imagine a Ditto Santa looking down at them with that creepy Ditto smile, like
and just saying Ditto,
traumatizing them. Oh, what if like Ditto went to one of those houses where like the mom is under the mistletoe just waiting for him, like posted up, like, hey there, Chris Kringle. I heard if
Do you think Ditto would eat the cookies?
I saw Ditto eating Santa Claus.
I saw mommy eating Santa's balls, gargling them. Never mind.
Getting engulfed by Santa's giant Ditto goop.
Oh Lord, Hannah loves Ditto goop. Oh boy.
Ditto.
Step Ditto, I'm stuck in the dryer.
Well, morph your way out.
That's got to be a t-shirt, right? Step Ditto, I'm stuck in the dryer. Taylor with the second pick in the Who's Gonna Help Santa draft.
I think I'm going to go with Abra. He can teleport. So be like, oh, here's a gift. Go teleport to Tommy's house and drop it off and come back. And we're going to do it over and over again real fast.
Okay, solid reasoning.
Solid.
I dig it. Also, Abra used to be a young child that woke up as a Pokemon one day, so he probably understands what it's like
So
to
you
be
could be like,
excited
look at all
Christmas.
these gifts that you can't have.
Yeah. I mean, never mind him like teleporting to his own home where his parents like miss him dearly because he was just a lost child, and he'd be stare at them longingly as they sleep in the bed, possibly with a new child to replace him since he's been gone for all this time, stuck in the body of a Pokemon. Oh, what horrible sadness we wreak.
Surprised it was a Ditto.
Step
Abra, I'm stuck in the dryer. Hannah, it's your turn.
Okay, so I picked this before it was your favorite Tyson, so I'm sorry, but I pick Lickitung so he can lick all the Christmas envelopes.
Oh,
that's where we're going. All right.
Wow, really thinking outside the box. And also, if there's a Pokemon stuck in a dryer, okay, that's the one to get stuck in the dryer. I mean, talk about WAP.
Lickitung stuck in the dryer.
Okay, WAP. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, what's your pick?
My pick for this Poke draft is I'm picking Houndoom. For one reason. Well, a couple reasons. One, look at Hannah's face. That's right. I stole her dog. Most
I
of the-
always pick Houndoom.
I know, and I wanted to steal Houndoom for a change. I'm so pleased that you didn't pick Houndoom first because I wanted to steal Houndoom. He's my number one. I'm going to name him Dozer. I'm going to give him good boy pets. And he's also going to be like Rudolph on the front of Santa's sleigh with his fire breath, lighting the way as a terrifying skeleton dog from hell. So yeah, that's who I'm going with.
Fine.
Tyson, you're up, pal.
Oh, we're adding to this draft still? Let's see.
Yeah, we're still going.
We're doing 3.
Unfortunately,
Right?
it's a sad day.
Oh, jeez.
We could do 2. That's 8. We'll do 2. That's plenty.
Oh, I'm down with 3. How about a Teddy
okay,
Ursa?
so Teddy Ursa.
That's nice and
Do explain.
nice and cute. It could be if I woke up and saw a Santa Claus with a ditto face, I'd be terrified, but you have the Teddy Ursa to counterbalance that.
Okay. So is the Teddy Ursa's like the elf helping?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's like Island of
with the
Misfit
cute-
Toys.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, when
okay.
there's a sea of cute Teddy Ursas, you don't really think of Santa Claus' terrifying ditto face.
Oh, so there's a sea of them in your house. Does every child get a Teddy
sea of it.
Ursa?
Only for Christmas, yes.
Oh, okay. Like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
I had a teddy
Yeah.
bear named Pookie. Taylor. Lay me on to my ears your sweet vocal buds.
I'm gonna go with Stantler because it's basically a reindeer, so it'll
Solid
fit right in with
reasoning.
Santa's whole plan.
And you know what? If they get stuck in a fence, you got to help push them out.
There you go.
That's a really dirty like Southern joke that I don't want to explain. Hannah, it's your turn.
Okay, I have no idea what joke you're talking about, so that must be just a you joke. So, alrighty. Since
my mama tell you a joke about the sheep. I love it when they get stuck in the fence because
oh my god, shut up.
push
Okay.
them through, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah.
So
I'm gonna let you talk
Since-
about it.
Nice.
Slather them up.
since I couldn't Bret,
Slab of beef.
so I
Hannah,
hate you. I'm gonna
I
send your
love you.
Christmas presents back.
I'm gonna give you a dick in a
Any-
box. Is a
Oh my
dick
god.
in a
Do you
box?
want to hear my Pokemon?
I
or
would
not?
love to. I spit it out.
Okay. Since there is no Krampus in Pokemon or Krampus like Pokemon, and Krampus is my favorite holiday legend. I guess that's what you would put it.
Legend.
Um,
How dare you.
Yeah. You haven't heard of Krampus?
Hannah hates children.
I've met Krampus.
You have? I have too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So I picked Trubbish because he is going to be carrying the gifts for the bad kids.
Trubbish. I'm kind of into that. If you throw like a roly poly in there, you also have. Oh, never mind.
Huh?
Roly Coly, baby. He is a literal coal Pokemon. He could give all the bad children coal. Thank you for giving me that idea, Hannah.
You're welcome. So would he be a legend or what is it called? I don't know.
Folklore.
Folklore, thank you.
Formerly of various religions. You know that thing when current religions phase out old religions and say those were fake and bad and wrong, like then they become folklore. Like you know how insane it is that Thor is a Marvel hero. That's like 100 years from now if we take Jesus and put him in the MCU and people don't give a shit. That's basically what we've done is we've taken a people's Jesus and put him in the MCU. And that's fucking crazy to think about for me. But anyway.
Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter. Have you ever watched that?
Oh,
That's a great one.
That's a good idea.
I thought Abe Lincoln was a vampire hunter.
Maybe they both are.
Ooh.
Maybe they're the same guy. We don't know. The reason why I went with Roly Coly is one, Hannah reminded me of Cole, and two, I was going to have a Krampus Pokemon, and she beat me to it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I was
So
gonna.
you would have stolen 2 of my things. Like,
I was getting
I'm
there.
rude.
I was
don't
gonna
like
pick
birds.
Obstagoon. Obstagoon is the perfect Krampus Pokemon as far as I'm concerned. But here we go.
You said we only did 2.
And
Oh,
then
I
Tyson
guess
said he
we're
wanted to
doing
do three.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I
Tyson.
wasn't listening.
I meant to say Tyson, and I said the word 3 again. So I said 3 a lot of times. Tyson, number
Just
3.
call me 3 for the rest of this podcast.
Threeson.
Threeson. I'm gonna say so Taylor went for the obvious and did the reindeer. I'm gonna go for the next obvious and do Delibird.
I mean, the only reason I didn't put Delibird on my list is because I was like, someone's gonna pick Delibird.
Samesies.
Well, I'm gonna say Delibird still, because Santa needs helpers, and there's a lot of packages to carry around.
I think you big brained us because we were so big brained we didn't pick Delibird. So like nobody else was picking Delibird. So you did
And if you
great.
say Delibird, it sounds like deliver in Japanese.
Whenever I hear Delibird, I think like, oh, it's a bird that has deli meats, and that's how I think of Delibird. Like
the bag is just full of deli meats.
Yeah, like he just throws
it's like the episode. What's that episode of Futurama where it's like the Santa Claus episode, and it's a bag full of fish. It's Fishmas.
Fishmas. I think of like my time as like a Sam's Club helper, where like I would give out the samples to people, and then they really couldn't give me the deli cutlet station because when no one was around, I would just eat the meat, like just shoveling deli meats into my mouth constantly. The same thing with the cheese one. The cheese is so good. If there's no one around, ate so much cheese. God, that job.
So you basically admitted that you stole from your employer.
Not
make
stealing,
him come and
it's
get
getting
it.
what he wasn't paid for.
They paid me nothing. They didn't pay me enough to eat, so I ate. Taylor?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Obama Snow because he could like kind of blend in with the Christmas tree. Maybe
Well, he could be the Christmas tree. You can hang ornaments
there
on
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm with
Maybe
you.
someone can't afford a Christmas tree. He can be the gift. He can be a fake tree.
He's gonna stand there for 2 months, 2 to 3 months.
Which is all cool till he sneezes, and then they're just like, "What was that?"
And the house
He can-
just explodes.
I mean, you really wouldn't have to worry about taking your own decorations off. I mean, he'd probably do it for you. It's on his body.
That's true.
Yeah. Hannah, it's your turn, and I'm going to let you talk right now.
Okay.
Right
I
now.
picked Tyrant because he's going to help pull the sleigh to deliver the gifts.
What? I don't follow your reasoning on this one.
And he's a dinosaur, so it doesn't matter.
I want a dinosaur for Christmas. No, that's not how that song goes. Oh, that's hippopotamus that I'm thinking of. Never mind. No, Hannah, your ideas are terrible and they're bad and you should feel bad.
I do all
with
the time.
Final pick in the Poke Draft for helping Santa deliver Christmas cheer, I'm going.
Are you going to
with...
tell us? Are you going to tell us what it is, Bret? What's your last pick?
Is it a Tyrant?
Is it a Sizor?
What about a Delibird?
It was probably
The bag's
Obstagoon.
full of
Oh, I bet it was
deli meat in
Klefki.
that bag.
Porygon.
Klefki.
It's a jinx, wasn't it?
Maybe Psyduck.
Well, I'm really getting my comeuppance today, aren't I?
Maybe it's Pikachu.
Can I talk? Can I talk? Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm
now.
still waiting for you.
Go.
I'm still waiting for you to interrupt me like I interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Right now?
Yeah, I'll put it on mute if you want me to.
Darkrai.
That's the name of our show.
That's the name of our show, and it's the name of a Pokemon. And here's why I would pick Darkrai. Because
Why do you pick Darkrai?
Because Santa needs help. Santa knows when you've been sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. And you better be good, for goodness sake. You know who else knows when you've been sleeping and knows when you're awake? And you better be good, for goodness sake. Darkrai.
Apparently you do.
Oh, I know. I know when they're all asleep. I don't know.
Why did I say anything? It just blows up in my face.
I prefer it when they don't move. Slather them with my biscuits and gravy. And my
Anyway,
sausage.
don't you have a question for Tyson?
Oh yeah, Tyson, I got a question for you right now. Just give me a second.
Hey, baby. Ask me what type of question you want to ask me.
I'm gonna give you a
I'll answer
question.
anything for you, baby.
Sweet old
Yeah.
question, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
Taylor, we should
Delabird's-
probably go.
Delabird's bag is full of meat, you know. So
Where's that? I love it when they flop down a big old thing of meat on the countertop there. Yeah.
yes, Santa Claus is like, Delibird, what did you bring me? And Delabird's like, Delibird! And then sausage.
I didn't know birds could make sausage. I'll tell you the truth. I thought that was pig. Like a
I got
spoink.
nothing to do with,
Good old spoink.
oh, it's got nothing to do with making it. He's just deliberating it. He's
Hey.
deliberating it.
Tyson, you ever heard of making bacon? I'd like to make some bacon with you, boy. Yeah.
Get me a pig.
Squeal like a pig, boy. Don't forget to like and subscribe for this ASMR. Leave a review. We know it's going to be
Oh,
1
my
star.
We will send you a pig.
Tyson, you're on an arc, and 2 Pokemon are making a baby. What horrible monstrosity have you just allowed to come to fruition?
What?
You have an arc of all the Pokemon, and you walk in, and 2 Pokemon are boning and making a terrible Pokemon, and you're going to allow it. What two Pokemon have you allowed to make a terrible abomination?
I mean, I'm not going to stop them. They're going to kill me. They have powers beyond
It's very true.
a cock block a Pokemon.
You can't cock block that Pokemon. I'm really up on this screen right here. Now. Yeah.
Well, I've always seen, Warlord and Skitty. You know, they always be getting it out. So.
That Skitty's dead. Wailord and Skitty.
You know about that, right? Was it Warlord and Skitty Action or whatever it's called?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea.
Almost every Pokemon games, I think Generation 3 onward, you go to the Pokemon Daycare Center and you'll see a Wailord and a Skitty doing the thing, doing the dirties.
What?
Yeah. Huh, I'm going to make sure that it's a Skitty.
Insane, folks. That's going to...
It's called Hot Skitty on Wailord Action. That's
What?
It's a...
Oh my god.
What?
I'm gonna let that happen right there. I'm gonna let Skitty.
I can't even talk no more.
But Skitty, I'm gonna let Skitty be on top of Wailord, not the other way around, because then I'll only end up with one Pokemon. You know, I need both. I need both alive to make this work. You know.
Well, there's a
how-
DeviantArt search. I never
That is
want.
looking really
Oh
into this.
my god! Someone drew a whale penis fucking that cat. Y'all, that's been Pokemon After Darkrai. Thank you so much for listening. My name's Bret. That one is Hannah. The other one is Taylor. Do that thing that I always say to do that no one ever does. Leave a rating or review. Check out our merch. All that info is in the description. And also check out Tyson at the following places. Tyson?
OnlyFans.com/hot Skitty on Wailord Action. You could also find me on twitch.tv/Tyson Dang, youtube.com/Tyson Dang, and everything that can have a slash in it, it'll end with /Tyson Dang, and that'll be me.
Yeah, and that stuff will be in the description as well. Check out his streams; they're super duper awesome. And then join the Dang Gang on the Discord and talk to us. You can talk to people like me, because why wouldn't you want to talk to people like me? It's
Why
a wonderful.
would I?
Shut up, Hannah. What a wonderful day! Happy holidays, folks. I want to promote Breaker streams. That's me. I'm Breaker, and I stream video games and yell about it. But I'm not good at them. I'm very bad. I'm learning how to do things. Taylor can attest. I get frustrated after 5 minutes and turn off the computer and walk away. But other than that, yeah. We hope you have a happy holiday. Join us next week when we have a show. Hannah, do you have anything you wanna get off your chest, like your OnlyFans account?
Yeah, OnlyFans/Breaker Streams /Trubbish. Ha.
What type of streams are we talking about for the OnlyFans?
Yeah, it depends on how, like what level you subscribe on, what tier you get.
Depends on how much you drink.
Depends on what kind of content you're looking for there. If you want some gravy slathered on some feet and on your toesies. Taylor, what you got there? What you want to plug? You can plug anything. You can say anything. Anything at all. It's an audio
nothing.
medium. You just...
Nope.
Taylor would like to support being silent during podcasts.
Time out.
Moderator.
Talking as little as possible.
So I want to thank our upstairs neighbors because when Lauren was on the show, when Lauren was on the show, were we on the air?
Oh, are you talking about Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
upstairs.
She wished us luck in the 2020 presidential election, and it went our way. So thanks for all your support and thoughts and prayers.
Thanks for leaving that back door open so that we can escape.
Yeah.
For you
I just
folks.
want to throw that in there.
Love you very much. I would also like to promote Jaws Breakers, a scary, funny shark show podcast where we watch terrible shark movies with people and we do a podcast about it.
It's jawsome.
I'm late to one. Like, we have a movie airing in 30 minutes. So as soon as this podcast is over, I'm jumping in the car and driving straight over to Jasmine's.
Tyson has a question.
Tyson, the room nominates you.
I also wanted to promote, because I think by the time this episode comes out, RHD will have released, RHD being the band Red Hand Denial, might have released a thing.
A thing?
I'm not supposed to say that? Is that what you're missing?
No, you can. Brett's like freaking out.
Hype train! Woo, woo! I'm very excited. Red Hand Denial.
Brett's fanboy.
We're gonna have a
I'm a fanboy. I love Red Hand.
A new cover, or we would have had a new cover out by then. So check it out.
Yeah,
and see what it is.
If you go looking for it and it's not out yet, make sure you just sub to the YouTube, the RHD YouTube. Check out their website, check out their Twitter, their whatever.
Oh, wait, because I didn't say this when Lauren was on. Red Handed Denial is on. You can find them on Shit Pandora.
On Shit Pandora, but also regular Pandora. So
I couldn't think of the word, but it's on.
Are we on Pandora?
Pandora.
I did not know.
They're on YouTube,
Yes,
they're on
you guys are on
Spotify, they're
Pandora.
on Google Play, they're on Amazon Music, they're on Pandora and Shit Pandora. Coming soon.
It's Pandora
I guess
for the bathroom.
Shit Pandora. There's only one artist and it's just trapped on there. That's what it is.
Taylor, Tyson, thanks so much for being on the show today. I love you
thanks,
both
guys.
very much. You're wonderful people. Hannah, you're a person that exists.
Yep. So, after Trubbish leaves you a present,
Darkrai will come and bless you with his presence. Bye, everybody.
bye.
I thought we were gonna all bust into like a Christmas song or something.
No.
All I want for Christmas is you. Broke the microphone.